Yeah, you know. So Mardi Gras is up with you, right? Ride. Taking it way back. Okay. I guess I better cut off this music. I guess I better shut it down. But it just jams so hard. Oh. Okay, I'm done. Y'all got that little reverb action going back. Let me go ahead and hit that. Boom. What's happening, everybody? Once again. Oh, I gotta stop tripping so hard. Matter of fact, yo, what's up? Thanks for tuning in on the live stream of my podcast recording, brought to you by, well, ain't no guessing what I'm drinking right now. So, bottom line is this: if you're watching the video, make sure that if you're watching it on YouTube or you're watching it on Facebook, hit it with a like, hit it with a thumbs up, hit it with a heart on Facebook, all that good stuff. Trust me, that helps your boy out dramatically. So, yo, what's happening to my people in the Facebook live chat? My boy Ernest, my boy Armin, he popped in. Go ahead, OD. What's happening? My wife and my man Thomas. Thank you very much for supporting me. You could be anywhere in the world right now, but you're right here with me, and that's a good deal. Oh, so I'm kind of doing something a little bit off. I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm going to stand on my pedestal. I'm not that tall. I'm only 5'7". I'm going to stand on my pedestal, and I'm going to talk about some stuff that's been going down on the internet, because the internet is undefeated. Remember that. The internet, I'm saying, you notice how I'm saying it, not the internet, but the internet is undefeated. So, but what do I do every time I start? I ask you to like, subscribe, and share. Facebook, Anchor.fm for the podcast, YouTube. I need this assistance. Go ahead, hit the subscribe or like wherever you watch it. If you're watching on Facebook, go back on YouTube a couple of hours from now and watch it again. If you go on YouTube a couple of hours from now and watch this video, go ahead, pull up Spotify, iTunes, Breaker, podcast, all that good stuff, and listen to it on your way to work, in the shower. You can listen to me in the shower. That's that. I know that's not a visual you want, or, hearing my voice, but, it's all good. It is all damn good. But, as I start off with the top 5 in the domestic box office, because normally I do my movie reviews. I do that to de-stress, while I rock out, and Black History Month ended, but I had to throw on my Wakandan shirt to, get it out there. But anyway, let's throw this out here. Coming in at number 1 this weekend. Yes, March. We start March, Women's History Month. We are starting March with How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. This is basically a second week in the box office. It pulled $30 million, taking the number 1 slot. Whew, man. Animated features, it does what it does. Into the Spider-Verse got the Oscar, so everybody chasing the prize. That's how that works. Coming in at number 2 is a new release this week. Tyler Perry's A Medea Family Funeral. Now, normally I would have went to see this, and I would have gone and done the review, but you know what? I don't know how I feel, because I'm tired of watching Tyler Perry dress up looking like my grandma. I'm just, he made millions of dollars off of dressing up like 98% of African American grandmas and acting like 98% or maybe around 70% of country African grandmas from Atlanta, from Georgia, Alabama. I'll tag Mississippi in it, Louisiana maybe, just putting it in there. But anyway, that came in number 2, pulling $27 million. Hey, it is what it is. Newcomer to the top 5. Coming in at number 3, Alita Battle Angel. You can catch the review of that on my YouTube channel, or you can check it out on Spotify or iTunes, and you can hear what I thought about that movie. That came in at number 3, pulling only $7 million, and that's his 3rd week in the box office. Ooh, that's not good. That is not good. But hey, it is what it is. It was actually number 2 last week in the box office. Coming in at number 4 was last week's number 3, the Lego Movie, the second part. Maybe I should do some kid reviews. Maybe I should. But anyway, that pulled 6.6 mil. 4 weeks in the box office, 91 mil domestic overall. It's hanging in there. Just to let you know. I don't know about that. But, the Lego superhero films is tight. Lego Movie 2, everything is awesome. Yeah, okay. I got you. And coming in at number 5 was last week's number 11. And I guess it jumped to number 5 only because it won Best Picture. And that's The Green Book, pulling in 4.7 mil. Yo, when are y'all going to stop listening to the Oscars? Oscars don't know diddly. If you want to know what movies you holler at your boy. I'm going to tell you, because most of my movie reviews are fueled by liquid courage. Make sure to keep that pinky up while you're sipping on something. But anyway, so let's talk about the subject that I'm covering today. Title of the video, if you have not seen it, is Keep Kids Safe on the Internet and How a Sculpture Started a Scare. Okay, bottom line is this. We got to be better than this, people. We got to be better than this. That's just my point. I'm saying it. I'm meaning it. We've got to be better than this. I grew up 70s, 80s, 90s. And admittedly, we had our fears. Don't go to the white van. Candy ain't free. Okay? And we had to be cautious about stuff. But it was more so being cautious in the outdoors. It was more so being cautious on a physical level. As a little kid, I was ready to throw jabs. You go out in the street. Because what did they say? Somebody's going to knock you over the head, take you inside of a white van, and they never see you again. Needless to say, it's happened sometimes. I mean, it is what it is, But now we've added complexity into this. We've got the internet. So danger shows up without you even leaving your home. Isn't that great? The internet, it is now not just a physical threat. It's a mental threat that we have to warn our kids about. Okay? So, this week, all in the news. People were sharing it on Facebook. It was blowing through my Twitter timeline. It was even on the local news. This MOMO scare. MOMO challenge. MOMO. Y'all gonna learn not to share some stuff on the internet. I'm gonna teach y'all. All right? I am always the first to dismiss things as hoaxes. And that was definitely a hoax. That was definitely something that was not true. Okay? I'm just letting you know this. All right? Though, there is a danger because, and I put it on parents. I put it on the people that share this stuff. Okay? I really feel we shouldn't rely on the news to tell us what is happening as a danger to your kids, when you should be watching and looking what your kids are doing online. You should be monitoring this. Yo, what's up to my man Kelvin popping in? What's up? Okay, so this is the thing. If you're not monitoring your kids on the internet, you're going to believe stuff like this MOMO scare. You're going to believe it. Okay, and then you're going to share it, and then you're going to be like, oh, this is so sad. Oh, we got to share this. Oh, parents. Yo, let me tell you something. I just want to know, since when has it become acceptable not to monitor your kids online? Okay, and by the way, we're going to leave it to the CEOs and the content creators like me, okay, to do that. For you to, we're going to raise your kids, okay? We're going to monitor your kids online. No, we ain't. No, we ain't, okay? What do you believe, okay? Do you believe the first thing that someone puts in front of you? That's my thing. Do you believe when somebody walks up to you on the street and says, "Hey man, did you hear this happen?" Do you believe it at first, or do you start going through your little mental Rolodex talking about, okay, looks like a crackhead, I ain't dealing, I'm not going to believe this person? Is that how you? That's how you do it. That's how you do it. You go through it. Now, this is the thing. Don't get me wrong, okay? I love the internet. I'm on the internet. See, this is the internet you absorbing me right now with, okay? I love the internet. Keep it real, all right? But you got to take this stuff with a grain of salt, okay? You got to pull that Salt Bay moment. You know, you got to take it with a grain of salt, okay? But what you got to understand is little kids, and they don't have the comprehension levels that we have. That's the thing, all right? They are in learning mode, okay? So everything that hits a little kid, they start absorbing it. They start learning it. They start believing it. Then they go to school and they share it with their friends. And it's like the old school Head and Shoulders commercial. And they tell two friends, and they tell two friends, and so on, and so on, and so on. That's how that works. I'm going to be honest. I heard about this MOMO BS. I heard about it last summer. Why? Because my granddaughter saw something scary on the internet. She saw something scary. She didn't see what they're talking about with this MOMO challenge BS, with something trying to tell them to do something. No, she just saw the image. Because the image is actually from a Japanese sculptor, who, by the way, from last I researched, read, validated through multiple sources. You notice how I do that, right? He basically said, you know what, I'm going to just destroy the dang thing because people have corrupted it and tried to use it to do something that's totally wrong. Okay, good for him. But what I've already seen is people are jumping on it to make money. They are making cash on this. I've seen the masks on sale in stores. So you know that's going to be the hot thing for Halloween coming up in 2019. But this is the thing. Why? Why should it be like that? All right? So we see these challenges. We get the warnings. So when are we going to explain to kids that this is not acceptable? Okay? When are we going to start briefing our kids that this is not acceptable? Or when you're going to start telling your kid, you got to sit there, you got to monitor, you got to talk, you got to fix the information. You can't just say, you know what, hey, this will keep you quiet here. Go click on YouTube and go. No. That's how people can create this type of atmosphere. Okay? That's how they create this mess. What's happening to my man Low Cuz popped in on the YouTube live chat. All right, so this is it. The answer to any of this is we don't do enough. Bottom line, we don't do enough. You hear so much about fake news. It deals with politics mostly, but it's also the unrealistic expectations of what defines success. That's why you've got all these Instagram models. That's why you got all these kids trying to make videos and one-up each other on YouTube. Heck, I'm on YouTube. I don't have to compete with nobody. You either going to watch me or you not. You either going to like my video or you not. Or you going to subscribe to my video or you not. That's it. I'm having fun. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. Whether anybody watches it or not. That's how you got to look at it. But when people can sit back and create a whole fabricated story and sit and watch the public eat it up. Because What are they going to do? If I sat up here and told you that this is happening to me, this is going to go down, this is what's going to go on, you are either going to accept it or you're going to reject it. Okay? And depending on my credibility, you're going to share it, because some people like to hear misery. Okay? You're either going to end up being able to either say and do no wrong, or you're going to end up being like Jussie Smollett. Being, yo, do we believe him or do we not? You don't know. You just don't know. And you get those drama. You get those problems. You get under investigation. That's how that works. That's how that goes. Why? Because we can't define to the people that we put in front of the internet, our kids, what's real and what's not. Then they grow up and then they make up stuff. Just saying. Just saying. So the bottom line is this. And I hate to be on my pedestal for an episode, but I got to do it because my timeline was blowing up. Just boom. So this is it. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We are not anybody that creates content for these. We are not the babysitters for your kids. We are entertainment. It is just like television. Back in the day, my parents used to limit how much TV I would watch. You should be doing the same thing with the internet. You should limit the amount of internet they consume. What's happening to Ms. Jones? Popped in on the YouTube live chat. You know? This is the thing. Yes, you've got to watch your kids. And I'm going to tell you, I've had people come up to me, with this whole thing, and it's like, yeah, see, it's real. It was on a Peppa Pig video. That wasn't a video from YouTube. Somebody made it to propagate the story. Know the fact, know the hoax, know how to combat the untruths, but know that you got to watch what your kids do. That's the thing. Hey, like any other person that creates content on the internet, whether it's a website, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, podcasts, or whatever, sure, we want more people to watch us. Okay? We want the ability to reach millions. Okay? And this is the thing. Some people say, oh, you gotta be more controversial or you're not going to get noticed. I don't care if I get noticed. I want to get noticed by the right people, the people that want the information. All right? The most vocal YouTube and internet personalities instigate drama. Throwing it out there. Okay? That's how they get views. That's how they get traction, which in turn creates revenue. All right? But we got to have accountability beforehand, not just after something happens. I'm just saying. So now I'm going to field some questions. If you got questions, throw them up. I'm going to go over to YouTube right now. YouTube said, do I think Jussie did it? I'm going to be honest with you. I know me, I ain't paying to get my butt whooped just because my salary ain't up to where I want it to be. He better have if he did it, okay, I'm not here to judge. That's on him. If he did it, it's going to come out. What they say, what happens in the dark going to come into the light. I'm like, let me preach from the first seat of the Wakandan ceremony. All right, no, but this is the thing. This is the thing. And, it's crazy because people make stories, all right? They make stories to get noticed, to get people to watch. Now, now I got a question about some stuff happening on YouTube with a YouTube personality that I know. What I will say to each and every one of you, I'm going to keep my mouth shut. But what I am going to say is pay close attention to the videos. Pay close attention to the narrative. Watch in detail. And you may see something you haven't seen before. So that is what I'm going to say about that. All right? I'm going to say that, okay? I don't need to reserve feelings. I don't need to say much, but all I'm going to say is if you watch things in detail, then you will get the whole story. You know, it's like that. What's the name of that dude in jail right now? His name rhymes with Car Smelly. He made a music video talk about Trapped in the Closet, right? It was like 13 parts. It was a good, compelling story. Felt real. It felt real. What's the best way for me to say it? It felt real, understandable or relatable. Sometimes it can happen. Yes. I'm gonna imitate Beer Drink right now. He had a funny video, but that's all I'm gonna say. Remember what I said, people. People don't watch when you want to give good information. People don't want to watch when you try to be uplifting. People don't want to watch when you want to be happy with the world. People want drama. We got to get drama. One of the more popular channels on YouTube is called Drama Alert. And all he does is talk about YouTube and social media drama. Hey, it's like the TMZ of YouTube. Hey, and it's popular. And people follow and listen and watch. You can't hate on that. It's a niche, and that's what they look for. I mean, it is what it is. You know? So that's pretty much it. But wanted to put a couple of things out there because you know we're getting close to my 30-minute time limit. And I'm going to cut it right at 30 minutes. It's going to be done. But check this out. This is what we're going to roll with. This week, Women's History Month started actually Friday. But we got a very important movie coming out. Some people call it controversial. Rotten Tomatoes had to disable pre-reviews because people weren't watching the movie, giving it bad reviews off the top. And that's Captain Marvel. I will have the review for Captain Marvel up this weekend before the next live stream. I will not be talking spoilers for at least a week when it comes to Captain Marvel. So please remember, check Saturday. I should be done with the review for Captain Marvel. It should be uploaded. You should get either my happy face or you get my what the hell did I watch face, but we gonna peep it. Okay, and that review will debut on Saturday. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's how I do. Then we got to go through. I got to start reviewing some stuff. I got to start increasing my content. I know everybody's been like, well, everybody's like, well, what happened to Daredevil Season 3? What happened to Punisher Season 2? Well, it got canceled by Netflix, and I might not even ever review them. But I got to start doing some more reviews. I've been looking for some cool stuff. Actually, I've been looking to do some more food reviews, which I used to do when I first started the channel. Haagen-Dazs was one of my big supporters, so I've been looking for that alcohol-infused ice cream by Haagen-Dazs. So if anybody in Virginia knows where it's at, I'm going to see what I can see. The other part that I kind of want to throw out, want people to kind of peep out, and this is for my peeps down in the Virginia Beach area. Yo, what's up with that Fruit Loops or Lucky Charms flavored beer? Send me a can. Hit me on a private message. Send me a thing. Now, to my people, to my people on YouTube, yes, I do have Cody, but I am not going to endorse not watching a movie on its respective streaming network or on it in the movie theater. I'm just saying. Yo, but let's talk a little bit. A lot of YouTube people are moving from YouTube over to Facebook. Okay? Facebook is becoming more liberal. I'm being out as far as getting the videos out, not censoring stuff, going through. People talk about YouTube, worrying about YouTube. They really need to be worried about Facebook. That's me. And it's, a lot of people. Okay, let's get this right. All right, let's get to this question because I got to touch on these YouTube and Facebook questions because, I'm not the happiest YouTube person in the world. YouTube makes it their point to poke the bear every so often. So let's talk about YouTube and Facebook as far as monetization and views. I am not monetized on either Facebook or YouTube. I do not have enough views or subscribers on either platform to gain monetization. Okay? This is the deal. All right? This is my bottom line when it comes to doing that. That's how you know if somebody is actually happy making videos for people. This is the thing. YouTube had monetization. It was a little more liberal back in the day. A lot of people jumped on it, and that's all they were there for. All right? Facebook is being real stingy or reserved with allowing individuals to monetize because they created their platform. They say you got to have X amount of views with this funny little formula they have, and that is cool. That is great. So I can dig that. All right? So that's how you know that somebody is actually caring and wanting to do the videos on either of the platforms if they don't have any ads. And truthfully, I think that if I do get monetization eligibility through Facebook or YouTube, I still don't think I may show any ads because this is the thing where for me, doing these videos is more therapeutic than anything else. Okay? It helps me practice up on my speaking skills for the day job. Let's keep it going. All right? It keeps me from having the uhs, the ums, and I practice speaking and talking. Because I can't get up in front of a crowd at work and pull one of these out and say, hey, let me talk to you for a minute. So let's continue on. But I can go and do that on here and refine my skills. Well, this is the thing. If you're looking for monetization and you're looking for things, I'll be honest, my podcast is the best. And I like my podcast because it's free to produce. I take the audio from these YouTube videos and I have sponsors. And the wonderful thing about having sponsors is they're not showing an ad that people skip. They're hearing my voice. This is the cool part. You are hearing my voice with the advertising when I go through my podcast. And you can hear my podcast on Anchor.fm, Spotify, iTunes, Breaker, Castbox, Google Podcasts, all those platforms. I think I'm on like 9 different podcast platforms. And that's what makes it so cool. All right? So this is the thing. But I still need more people consuming the information. That's just how it works. But as long as people like it, I will continue to put that information. I think I need to go ahead and just what I will do is I will record a video and talk exclusively about why I started doing podcasts versus trying to monetize on YouTube and Facebook. I'll do a complete separate one on that, And this is the cool thing. They just offered me sponsors just because I was loading content. And that was the great stuff. So that is all good. All right. Hey, okay. I'm going to talk a little bit because a couple of people asked about comic book stuff. And this is a comic book and sci-fi related channel. And I'll slide a couple of things in there. Yes, Warner Brothers has effectively killed off the DC Extended Universe. The only thing that really means is that they will not, I'm going to say it one more time, will not be trying to connect their movies. They're just going to tell standalone stories, maybe do a trilogy, and that's the awesome part about it. Okay? That's the cool part. That's where their strength lies. That's what they needed to do. They tried to jump in and do the Marvel thing without doing the Marvel setup. Marvel took 10 years to get to the point they're at now. And it's not about rushing to get the dollar. And that was the problem that Warner Brothers did. Warner Brothers tried to make the money. Zack Snyder, I know a lot of people say, oh, release the Zack Snyder cut. That was it. Now, I'm going to tell you, Zack Snyder, traditionally dark. Bottom line. But he did have an idea. He tried to build a storyline. DC wanted their money here and now. They put him to the curb. That was it. I am not a Zack Snyder fan outside of Watchmen. It will in 300. It's good. It do what it do. But, he messed that up. All right. Spider-Verse was not just okay. It was awesome. That was great. Now that's it. That's the deal. But anyway, that's all I'm going to do. I'm over time. Wait a minute. Got to put a watch on if I'm going to talk about overtime. Hey, as always, I'd like to say thank you for tuning in because you could have been anywhere else but here listening to me. Please make sure you hit like on this video. Make sure you share this video. Make sure you tune in to the audio podcast. Make sure that you give it a thumbs up. Anyway, remember, if you can't say something nice about somebody, don't say anything at all. And if you want to say something other than something nice about somebody, do me this favor. Send me the note via Twitter, and I'll say it for you. Anyway, peace out, y'all, and I'm out of here. Let me hit that music, and boom.
What we do here is go back.
If you remember, this is the audio when I used to start my music. When I used to start my videos back in the day when I first started. Woo! Love this music though. But anyway, remember, like, subscribe, share. Peace, and I'm out of here.